What's up, Capoeira Nation? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience podcast. This is your instructor Kashishi from Capoeira University, Indianapolis, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about my story, about myself. If you don't know me yet, I haven't done this episode or talk too much about myself since episode number one. That was a little bit over 2 years ago. This is going to be a special episode because next month I'm going to be celebrating my 20th anniversary. Dude, it's a lot of time. It's kind of funny because every time I say 20th anniversary, it's like when I started capoeira, almost all my students were under the 1-digit age, so under 10. It's kind of funny to think about it. So, first of all, I know you are there listening right now. So if you are there, please follow the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the Instagram, the YouTube channel. You can find it as the Capoeira Experience Podcast, and on Instagram is Podcast Capoeira, and on Facebook is going to be the Capoeira Experience Podcast. You also can find it really quick. So make sure you pass this really quick, follow and subscribe there, so that way you can find all interviews. Every single interview, you're going to see it there. And plus, you're going to see my classes. I've been posting my YouTube my Zoom classes on my YouTube channel, and I've been posting. I have posts before. I have some vlogs there when I started the podcast. So if you get some inspiration there and you want to start your own podcast about whatever you want to do, that's pretty much what I have there. Eventually, I'm going to do another vlog about my equipment here, what I use, and I'm going to, once everything start opening back up, I will be doing a I'm going to be doing a vlog about vlogging any trip I do. I haven't done anything like that for a long time. I want you to see the behind the scene when a capoeirista travels, and I want to focus that about our capoeira journey, either mine or any capoeirista around there. We posting. I'm not going to focus about the events. I'm going to be focusing what I do outside of the events of capoeira whenever I travel, or whenever I meet people, or whenever any classes after everything start opening back up. Eventually, I'm going to be moving. I'm going to have podcasts. I'm going to have classes. I'm going to have a lot of capoeira information there. Hopefully, you can find some inspiration for you to keep rocking that capoeira. Now, about my capoeira story. So I started capoeira in 2001. To be specific, I remember that class like it was my very like yesterday. I started capoeira in in February 6th of 2001. I remember back then, where I started, there used to be two classes, one at 4 p.m. and one at 6 p.m. The 6 p.m. was the beginners class, or student class, or no as advanced class. I think we can call it that way. And that class was divided on two. And the beginners, like the first class or third class, stuff like that. And it was the beginner advanced class right next to us. So when I started back in Venezuela, If you don't know, I'm originally from Venezuela. Um, when I started there, I was 15 years old, and if you do the math, you will see how old I am. But back then, I was, just a teenager, trying to find something for me. I remember before capoeira, I used to do swimming classes, and I always was fascinated with martial arts. I always was fascinated with gymnastics. I always was fascinated by breakdance. I always liked any sort of like disciplines. I always was very fascinated by any sort of today's days. I can describe that as a movement. I liked any sort of like dances. I always was really really fascinated by contemporary dance. I think was super beautiful. I still think it's really beautiful. uh I always was fascinated by any martial arts. I remember back then before capoeira, I used to see kung fu movies. I used to watch uh, um, my friends, or see my friends practicing martial arts. I remember somebody in my family. I don't remember, far cousin or something like that. Uh, he used to do kung fu. Was it kung fu or karate? Karate, I think. Any of those martial arts. And I remember we went to a competition, and when I saw that, I was like, my mind was like blown away. I was like, man, I wanna be like that. I wanna kick like that. I wanna punch like that and kick like that and be like those guys, like like kick really hard. And probably a few years after, I found capoeira. So the way I found capoeira is kind of like funny, because on my high school, when I was in high school, one of my really good friends, he's my still like really good friend to this day. Uh, his brother and his friends were doing a bunch of movements. We were just sitting, in the hallway, just sitting on the ground, and they were practicing capoeira in front of us. And they were like talking about macaco and talking about aus, and what if I do ahmada au mostao? And I was like, man, what the hell are they talking about? And I elbow him, my friend, Miguel Angel, and I elbow him. And I was like, dude, what are they talking about? What the hell what the hell is all that, like macaco, ahmad, armada in Spanish, ahmada, and all those kind of stuff. And he was like, is called capoeira. I was like, capoeira, what the hell? And yeah, it's a Brazilian martial art. Oh, dude, you should practice it. You're probably gonna like it. I was like, sure. When is the class? And he was like, classes are Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. And during the week, it's at this university. And Saturdays is at the park, big park that we had back in Venezuela. And I was like, oh, will you take me to the class? And I was like, yeah, for sure, I will take you. Just wait for me next Tuesday outside of the high school. Their class starts at 4, so we probably gotta leave by 3:30. I was like, sure, I will be outside of the high school at 3:30. Make sure you are there, and we'll go to capoeira. And he was like, yeah, sure. That Tuesday came around, and when I showed up at 3:30, 3:25, I was outside of the high school. And 3:30, he never showed up. 3:40, he didn't show up. 3:50, I was like, man, but the class starts at 4. How the hell do I get there? I don't even know where it is. And then I called my other friend, Leonardo, and I was like, dude, come with me and see if you wanna do capoeira with me. And he was like, yeah, sure. We went to the university. When I started walking, it was like, he is called University City. It means huge. Is It's a massive university. I have no idea. I had no idea where Capoeira was. I had no idea how to get there, much less who to look for. So when we get out of the subway, I was like, well, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna start walking. If I find it, I'll talk to them. When I get into the university, it was two ways. I see two ways where people were walking, and I was like, I have no idea where to go. Should I go left or should I go right? Then I was like, I'm just gonna follow this path to my left, and I'm just gonna follow the people. If I see somebody all dressing crazy and I see all kind of crazy people, I'll that's probably the class. Then I walk for like probably like 10 minutes, and believe me or not, he took me right straight to the class. So as I walk, I saw a bunch of people walking, dressing on white, and I saw a dude standing right in front of the circle with a stick on his hand. I was like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's probably them. Then I start walking and walking, walking, walking. When I get closer, the dude that was standing with the stick, the birimbau, on his hand was my brother, my friend's brother. Then I get close to the circle and I was like, oh man, that's pretty cool. When I get close to the circle, closer to the circle, I see they were practicing the song Malandro Malandro. If you remember a song, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the song Malandro Malandro, Capoeira, Malandro Malandro, Amañinho, Malandro Malandro. So and I see Lanza, his Capoeira name nickname, and I see him and I wave at him. He like not at me. I was like, oh, what's up? So I got close to him and I was like, hey, like how do I do to do the class? He was like, he pointed at the instructor, one of the instructors, Penguin. He was like, go talk to him, to that little guy over there, and he will give you all the information. Okay, sure. I went there. I talked to Penguin and I was like, hey, I want to learn. I want to do the classes. And he was like, whoa, cool. The first class is free. Just join this group. I will be, he pointed a little group, probably 6 or 7 people. Just wait for me there, and I'll be there in a few minutes. When I got there, he lined us up and he started teaching us the jinga. It was hot as F. It was really, really hot. It was super sunny. I had these like blue workout pants, like high school workout pants. It was really thick workout pants, and I had a black shirt with like blue, Bob Marley black shirt. And I was sweating. I was hot. It was crazy. And because my mom was really, really strict back then, she was like, if you're gonna be around there, I don't want you home when it's dark. I was like, God damn it, okay, sure. At the end of the class, the only thing I don't remember about that day is like which moments we practice. So we when we finish the class, everybody starts sitting in the hoda. They start talking before the hoda, and I was like, man, I want to stay, but I can't stay longer. It started getting dark. I gotta go home. So I left, and I missed the hoda. So I have to do that for probably about a month. I did that probably for a month until like I was like, man, why these people get all together and do like this circle? They bring all these crazy instruments. What is going on? What do they do there? And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay 5 more minutes, just 5 more minutes, and so I can find out, so I can see what they do. The first hada I saw was like what really, really, really got me into capoeira. When I saw that hada, I saw all the advanced people playing capoeira. I was like, oh my god, what the hell is this, man? This is so cool. This is pretty much everything I've been looking for. This is pretty much all these movements, all these kicks, all these flips. Man, I have to do next class. Right before the hot that ended, uh, I saw the time. So the class was the from 4 to 5:30. At 5:30, the class started, and like usually, I used to finish like around six. I'm sorry, 5:50. So like around 5:45, I was like, oh my god, and it was already kind of like dark. I was like, my mind's gonna kill me. I grabbed my backpack and sprint to the highway. Uh, then once in the following week, I started a little bit like 2 minutes later. In the following week, I stayed like 2 more minutes later until I finally stayed until the hada finished, where all the video stopped and all that. And man, it was just like so cool to see, especially as a little kid. I was at 15 years old, and I was like, man, this is so cool. This is blowing my mind every single time I see the hada. I wanna be like them. I wanna train like them, and I wanna learn everything they do. I wanna learn everything they practicing. I wanna know. Oh, I don't even know what the hell they are singing, and I wanna know how to get there. How do they get there? And since I was a little kid, since I was a little kid, I was being very, very, very inquisitive. I always want to know the what happens in between. What is I always question stuff on a good way, like why this thing is like this, or how this thing works, how 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 stuff works, and how can you get from point A to point B. I want to know what is in between. So he was once I start training, and it started getting more into the classes. It started getting more into the classes. I got my uniform. I got my shirt. I got my first uh, cord, the raw cord, and it was just like I always wanted to learn more. Then once it's kind of funny, and I don't know if that happened to you guys, or that are listening. If you started with a group, let's say five, right? Just put a number. Usually, one person stay. Usually, is very common. So I started with about 7 people, 8 people, and I'm the only one of that group that to still do capoeira to these days, which is really cool, right? Is like capoeira really got me. So when when I fall in love with capoeira, when I found more stuff about capoeira and learning more, and then I started learning birimbao, then I started learning pandero. I got my first CD. Man, it was just like I was so involved in capoeira, and probably after my first month, 6 months, they were planning for their first bachizado. I wasn't able to participate because back then, by that time, by my first 6 months, I didn't have my avada yet, and I wasn't able to participate. I asked the instructor at the moment. I was like, "Hey, am I getting a core?" And he was like, "Do you have the uniform?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Man, sorry, you won't be able to participate." And I was like, "God damn it!" And I was like, "Do I need to get the uniform?" And he was like, "Yeah, you have to get the uniform and all that." And I was like, "Damn it!" And because uh then when I got home, I was like, "Mom, I want to get a uniform for capoeira." And she was like, "No, I'm not spending money on that." Blah 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 blah. I was already about 16 years old. So I started capoeira in February, and I think when I was 15, and same year on June I turned 16. So my sweet 16, oh, so cute. So when I went back home and asked my mom, hey, I need money to buy the uniform. No way, I'm gonna buy your uniform. Get out of here. I was like, God damn it. Okay, fine. Then I'll just watch. Then the first bachizado, I love Capoeira even more because they do a lot of solos, and there was a few guys in the group that they did backflips and all that. Man, it's just like every time I saw that, I was like, man, how did I get there? I want to be like them. And training and training, years pass. Again, come back to what I was saying before. I learned birimbau, I learned pandero, I learned atabaque, and that in specific order. That's how I learned. Um, then about I learned birimbau within my first year and a half. I don't really remember the time I was already playing birimbau. I know for a fact, I think I started playing birimbau in the Hada probably after my second year. Uh, but I was very, very committed to to to, to playing birimbau in the Hada. I remember my instructor, Penguin, the one that taught me the jinga, he gave me this cassette. If you don't know what a cassette is, look it up. Cassette tape where he made it himself and he was on the tape. He was Kashishi. The best way for you to learn birimbau is repeating the sound. Repeat the sound as I play with me. And he broke it down the same way I broke it down. That's the way I learned, and that's the way I taught before birimbau. And I always see people getting it somehow. I don't know the magic behind that, but once you associate the voice with the brain is going to associate with the hand, and the sound is going to come out, especially the timing and the rhythm and the capoeira sounds or the capoeira rhythms. So he described Angola. He described in the group I started Raíces do Brasil, Benguela, and he described San Bento Grande Regional. He described San Bento Grande de Angola. He described Yuna. He described Idalina. He described two type of cavalarias that he knew by then. Um, and he described others I don't really remember. Uh, did I say Santa Maria? And he described others, and he broke down every single one of them. And every time I go home, the first thing I did was play the tape. And the first time I got home, the first thing I did was play the tape. Every time after capoeira, until one day I asked him, "Hey, do you think it's fine if I take the birimbas with me at home?" Yeah, sure. I used to lock myself in the room, strum the birimbau, like put all the birimbau together, and start repeating those sounds I was listening for like a couple months on the birimbau. Don don don, ding ding ding, and then practicing and practicing and practicing. Only that, and then of course I tried to practice Angola, I tried to practice Benguela, and then eventually I got it. I don't know how many times I practiced, and yeah, man, and I was in love with the capoeira music. And then I started learning Portuguese, and I started to understand what was behind the meaning of every time they played the singing the Hoda. And then everything started making sense after making connections. So if you're listening right now, I highly recommend for you to understand Portuguese. You don't have to speak it, but if you understand, man, I promise you are going to connect with a different essence of capoeira, because there's different ways. So it's the movements, what we practice in the Hoda, the instruments, what we play in the Hoda, but it's also the music. That third element is going to make a very deep connection in between the other two. once you understand what you are singing, or you understand what the music, or what people sing through the music, man, you are going to play way different. I promise you. You are going to play way different because you are connected. You are connected in a completely different level. And I promise you, learn Portuguese. Learn Portuguese, because you are going to be connected in a completely different way. And once I learned Portuguese back then, that is what connect me very deep to capoeira, and made me understand what is behind all the same essence of capoeira. I promise you, you're gonna like it even more. And then, I started playing so much capoeira. I was training once, probably in my third year, fourth year, uh, probably fifth year. Let me say fifth year. I started training capoeira every single day, because Monday it was so many classes around. There were many instructors by then, and I was just like, well, let me go to this class on Monday, and then now on the university where I started classes on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday it was on this other place, and Thursday the university where I was, on Friday this other place, and Saturday at the park where everybody met with like all the classes during the week met on Saturday, and then Sunday was a different class in different place. So I was training every single day, playing beating ball every single day, singing capoeira every single day. Then I started getting my chords, I started getting my level, and then my first trip to Brazil was to a state called Boa Vista, or is a city, I don't remember. But once I travel, and of course I speak Portuguese. I spoke Portuguese back then, and my Portuguese was kind of like okay. And then I started practicing more capoeira. I got deeper into capoeira, and I stayed. My first trip was for 1 week. Let me see. Was it 1 week? I think it was 1 week. Yes, 1 week. Then when I came back, of course, I wanted to train more, and then I did so many presentations. I did presentations on front of any kind of crowd. We did presentations in prison, on jail to kids under 18. I did presentations on soccer games over, oh my God, I don't know. Was like, I want to say probably over 3,000 people, probably even more. But I know the stadium, I didn't know. I don't know what is the capacity of the stadium, but it was packed. Um, then back then I used to do backflips. I learned how to do backflips with my friends, and then I unfortunately I fell. Uh, this day this is the way it was kind of, now that I look back, he's kind of funny. That's that is my fear of the backflips to these days. So that's why I don't do backflips. So uh I was training with my friend. I was doing all kind of backflips, just to the back, on the side. The one is kind of like turning. The one is kicking and you flip. Um, I was doing Asimao, backflip. I was doing a bunch of stuff back then. I don't remember the age if you ask me. So all my friends, we were a group of probably 8. All of us started doing backflips. The night before of that Tuesday or Thursday, I don't remember. It rained very lightly, right? Very light rain. When um when I got when everybody got there, one of my friends was like, "Hey, let's do sprint and do all like a sequence of backflips. And so I run backflip, the next run backflip, the next backflip, and so on. One by one, one by one. We did it probably 5, 6 times. When it was my turn on one of those rounds, I did round off. When I bounced, I slipped on the grass. I looked like a cat was like thrown upside down on the air. Man, I freaked out on the air, and I tried to catch myself in the back, and I hit on my neck. It was a mess. And I remember that, I don't know, it was like, I saw my friends coming to me, and all I remember is just mumbling because I couldn't understand because I was um, uh, all crazy, right? My head was all over the place. Then one of my friends was like, "You have to do it again because if you don't do it, you're gonna be scared to do it next time. You have to do it again. Here, let's go." Even if just by yourself, I was like, "Dude, I'm super dizzy right now. My finger, one of my fingers, was like swollen because I tried to catch and I twisted, and it was just crazy. If I wouldn't done the backflip back then, I would be fine doing backflips right now. But I didn't, and now I can do backflips on the trampoline. But yeah, man, it was just crazy. And today's days, I'm super grateful for capoeira. Capoeira changed my life. Capoeira changed 100%, 100% who I was. The kashishi that you see today's days recording this podcast is not even close of the kashishi that was before when I started capoeira. I was extremely shy. I was extremely introverted. Um, I was a very, very introverted kid. I was shy to approach people. I was very shy to shake hands, very shy to make eye contact. And fun fact for you to get kind of an idea of how shy I was back then, I didn't play in the Hoda for 1 year. It took me a little bit over 1 year for me to play in the Hoda, and the main Hoda, for me to buy the game. The first time I bought the game, I felt I wanted to die. I was about to die because I was so nervous. Nothing happened to me. Nothing dangerous was. I wasn't in danger, but I was so shy. I was so scared. I knew to do almost all the movements. And I knew how to do an AU. I know how to jinga. I know how to do Malayu Frenchy. I know how to do queixada. I know how to do jole. All those kind of stuff. The first time I stepped into the Hoda, the first time I bought the game, the only thing I knew what to do was a Malayu Frenchy. I was so shy, so scared. And I did probably like two Malayu Frenchies, and that was it. And then the second time, I don't remember. But he was so scared. I remember because I was very, very scared. And you know, Capoeira changed my life, man. Capoeira changed who I was. Capoeira made me understand myself. Capoeira made me to challenge myself. And Capoeira made me make so many friends. I have no idea how many friends I have that I have met in person. There's only one friend that I haven't met in person that Capoeira brought to me, called Congo. My Professor Congo, one of my best friends. Uh, and I'm just happy of what Capoeira have bring me to me, have done for me. Uh, and maybe Capoeira saved my life. I don't know. I don't know what I wouldn't done if I never went to a Capoeira class, or if my friend was like never showed up and I was just turn around and go back home. But something I can tell you is, you know, we are here temporarily. We're here. We're just passing by in this life, and it's just something that I've been thinking about many times. We are here for a very short time. Look, 2020 was gone just like that. How many of you think the capoeira, the 2020 was passed so much so fast, right? Because it's just a crazy stuff. And you know, capoeira made me so many friends. Capoeira gave me so many friends. Capoeira helps me to be in the present, to be today's day, to be here today. And we're here for a reason. We're here to enjoy life. We're here to you know to pass temporarily. Our time in this planet is very short, and we have to live it to a max, man. We have to be grateful. We have to be happy, and you have to respect yourself. You have to respect the person in front of you. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who the person is. And once we understand the essence of capoeira, which is people, we are going to love people just in general. Okay. This art, for these last 20 years, I have learned that capoeira is for people, capoeira is about people, and capoeira is made from people. This, and I've said it many times, this art form was made from people to made to bring people together. Once we understand that, man, you're gonna appreciate the person in front of you, and doesn't matter how they look like, doesn't matter what they believe, doesn't matter who they are, doesn't matter, even if their moral doesn't line with my moral, I'm still gonna respect you. And just go your way, I'll go my way. I'm not gonna be disrespectful with you just because we think different or believe in different perspective, or I see stuff different colors that you do. We're here, and I said it many times, and many of my guests said it many times. Once we are inside the Hada, inside the Capoeira Hada, everybody speaks the same language. So I highly recommend play so much Capoeira. And that's pretty much my story. That's pretty much how I started. Uh, I would love for you to follow my Capoeira journey, and because I know my Capoeira journey can be different from somebody, but my Capoeira journey can be similar to somebody, and I hope you can find any motivation, inspiration, or ideas for you to keep going nice and hard on your capoeira. That way you evolve and grow your capoeira. Learn berimbau, man. Learn berimbau. Learn, play good. It's not just for you to just like mess around. For you to play in the harder. For you to sing in the harder and playing events. Play berimbau in events and singing. Learn Portuguese so you can understand mestres, so you can understand people. Learning. How to communicate in capoeira, so you can learn what the music says behind, so you can learn everything you can. Make sure you learn, make sure you learn, and make sure you learn. Okay, but especially capoeira. Okay, talking about capoeira here, and join my journey of the podcast. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to the Facebook, and if you have to pause it really quick, pause it, and then go there, subscribe. And today, now that you made it this far, is a special announcement because, bam, today is going to be uh today is going to be the announcement for the giveaway. This beautiful beanie. Bam! From Tombo, baby, from Tombo. This beautiful beanie is going to somebody right now, right now, right now. And let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay, so we have, let me see, we have all these comments, all these comments. This is nice. This is nice. Okay, perfect. Okay. So here, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. So all the comments. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go like this. Okay. All the way to the top. Let's go like this. To you. I'm gonna send it to you, brother. Sua. Instructor Sua. Okay. Here. Make sure you follow my brother. Instructor Sua. I'm gonna send you, bruh. I'm gonna send you this. Okay. If you're listening to this, Instructor Sua, I'm gonna send you this beanie, brother. Thank you so much for following, and thank you so much for being part of the podcast. I'm gonna bring you on the podcast very soon, so make sure you are part of this episode. Now it's time to wrap it up. So please, 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 please make sure YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, okay? Instructor Sua, go there, follow Instructor Sua, tell him how much you love him because he just got this beanie, beanie, beanie. Next time, I'm going to start another giveaway of another beanie. So if you made it this far, you're going to be the first to hear about this giveaway. Okay. Pam, 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 pam. Different color. This beautiful gray. I have these two beanies. Okay. The blue is gone. Next is gray. Okay. Unisex. Man, this is beautiful. My wife uses mine. Mine is gray, darker than this. Looks beautiful. Okay. I also wear it and it's beautiful. So this is it. This is the end of this episode. I'm super happy to be part of your journey. Please, 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 let's be on the podcast. Let me bring you on the podcast. Let me hear. I want to learn from your experience. Okay. I want to learn. I want to know who you are. I want to see your face because I know we're going to play in the Hada one day. Okay. Have fun. Be great. Be good. Keep training capoeira. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Thank you so much for making it this far. Thank you so much for following this journey. Okay. Go to episode number 1 and number 2 so you can listen from the beginning. From the beginning. Let's be friends. Let's be friendly. Let's be great. Let's keep training capoeira. Keep supporting your school. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you all. Love my capoeira community. Love you so much. I'm going to be celebrating my 20th anniversary next month with my students. My first batch is out. All right. Thank you so much. Peace. Peace. Peace out. See you guys next time. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for getting this far. Remember, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is going to help us and help me to get bigger numbers and bigger subscribers so we can give more information. Okay, please, if you're listening, I know you're listening, I know you're watching, please give me a subscribe, give me a like. Okay, I know you're watching right here or listening. All right, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening every single episode, especially the episode we just did. All right, thank you so much. Peace.